Speaking of bad problems, the Miami Dolphins had decided back in April that they're moving on from cornerback Jalen Ramsey. And this thing was clear. It was obvious. It's over. Ramsey has tweeted his farewells. The Dolphins excused Ramsey from the mandatory minicamp that capped the offseason program. I fully expect he won't be at training camp until the trade is finalized. And there was some talk last week that maybe a trade happens before camp opens. Chargers and the Rams, the two teams mentioned. I haven't seen anything clear and concrete linking the Chargers to Jalen Ramsey. And there needs to be at least two teams involved because the Dolphins have no leverage as it relates to the notion that we'll just keep him. Well, enter Tyreek Hill, the Dolphins receiver, who says now out of the blue, he needs to have Jalen Ramsey on the team, and he's going to try to convince Jalen Ramsey to stay. Now, that implies that Ramsey wants to go. And I think Hill would also have to convince the team to want to keep Ramsey. But, in a weird way, it does help the Dolphins if Hill can have some success. I don't think he can. But if all of a sudden Ramsey's talking like a guy who would stay in Miami because Tyreek Hill some way, somehow got through to him, yeah, that builds the leverage a bit. That gives the Dolphins the ability to say to the Rams, if they're being lowballed, we'll just keep him. It has to be credible. It has to be plausible. It has to be effective. Or at the end of the day, the Dolphins are going to end up doing a bad deal. It's their own fault. They gave the guy a contract that made him the highest paid player at his position in September of last year. Something happened between September and April that caused Ramsey and the Dolphins to decide to part ways. And I think it's interesting that Tyreek Hill is the one who's playing ambassador to try to keep Ramsey around. Tyreek's the guy who said after the last regular season ended he wanted to leave Miami. And look, I've heard this. I haven't confirmed it. I don't know that there's any effective way to confirm it. But there's chatter out there that one of the reasons Ramsey wants out and one of the reasons Hill wanted out, they don't believe that their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, can get them where they want to be, which would make it, I don't know, coincidental, ironic, or a little of both, that Hill would be the one trying to change Ramsey's mind. Maybe we'll see Tyreek Hill making some bold proclamations again about Tua being the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. Maybe he'll put him in his top 5 instead of Baker Mayfield. Only time will tell. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.